What's up? In this video, I'm going to be doing a little beginner's guide or starter tutorial on the game Anime Fighters Simulator in Roblox. And I usually don't play this game, but here I am. It looks really fun. I played it for a bit, and it's doing really well. So yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to see when you get in is probably an option to click whichever character you want to choose. You probably have an option between either Heka, which is this guy, or another character, which I forget the name of. And before we get to any quests or anything, I'm just going to explain what all of these crazy buttons do here, right? So here is your yen, or your money. You can buy more here, but I don't really recommend that, as yen is very easy to get in this game. This is the shop, the Robux shop, and obviously you can buy different characters for different amounts of money, as well as different game passes, stuff like that. And then after the shop, you've got this little settings icon where you can change the settings. As you can see, got my music off, but there's tons and tons of options, tons and tons, which I'm not really going to go over right now, but there's a lot, so you can have a look through them if you want to change anything. I'm going to skip over the Game Pass icon, so this is a teleport thing. I'm just going to skip that. But over here, we've got our fighters, which is probably the most important icon, I would say, as this is where all your fighters are. This is where everything you've earned sits. So if you want to change anything or move anything around, this is probably where you're going to be. And then next up, you got your Twitter codes. This is where you put in codes for the game. And then over here, you've got your fighter index. So this basically shows you what fighters you've unlocked from different places. As you can see, I haven't unlocked many from Bazaar Town, whereas I've unlocked most of them from Numek, alright? You've got your buttons to the right of your screen, alright? So on the top here, you've got upgrades, and you'll slowly get upgrades throughout the game, like when you complete missions and stuff like that, you'll get these different upgrades. As you can see, collect 5 fighters from Bazaar Town, and I get plus 25 inventory space, just like more space in here to store more fighters. Then here, you've got your items, and and you can get like tickets and all that kind of stuff in here. And then over here, you've got your mounts, and this is basically like this is how you go faster, basically. So if I hit M on my keyboard, as you can see, I've got my mount here, and it makes me go slightly faster. As you can see, I'm going slightly faster when I turn this off. But yeah, that's pretty much where your mounts are. It's how you go faster. You earn them as you complete islands, alright? So after you complete an island and all the quests on an island, you earn a mount from the island. Here is where you spin stuff. You can click spin, and then finally you got a badges, which is like a badges icon, which show all your badges from the various islands, alright? So there are a ton of islands, as you can see. I've only done 2 of them. I've played this game for a long time, but yeah, that's pretty much all the icons on your screen, alright? Now let's get to actually leveling up and progressing in this game. So obviously you're going to go over to this quest person, and you're going to do a quest. As you can see, you hold down E or just tap on them to get a quest. I've already done it, all of them on this island. You can go over, and maybe your first quest might be to like attack all these guys, and with your fighter. And after you've done that, you go back to her and you get a new quest. And I believe there's like maybe 5 to 6 quests on an island. I'm not quite sure. They usually get harder throughout each quest, so I would recommend after doing each quest, getting your money that you've earned from the said quest and going over to the superstar, or just the star right here. The green one costs Robux, but this yellow one you can just hit E on, and as you can see, you'll unlock a star and get another character, right? And you can hit Q if you want to, just spin a ton, which is what I recommend if you have a lot of money. Then, after you've got your characters, or just your one character, you can head into here and look at all the characters you have, or the character that you just got. And to equip characters, you just click on them and then click equip, like so. As you can see, he's now in my character's equipped slot, I guess. Obviously, this guy isn't as good as my kind of Kakashi character, so I'm going to keep him equipped. But if you got a ton of characters in your inventory and they're clogging up your inventory, don't sell them, alright? I wouldn't recommend selling them. You don't really get much. It's not worth it. Instead, I'd recommend fusing them with each other's, alright? So if you have 3 main characters that you want to use, 3 good ones, what you do is you get the lowest level. So as you can see, my Kakashi's only level 17, and then I hit fuse on him. And basically what this allows me to do is fuse him with the other characters I have in my inventory. And to do that, you just click on them like so, and as you can see, you can select as many as you want. You can click fuse selected, and then click yes. And as you can see, that didn't give me much, XP from Kakashi, but it gave me some. So that's what I recommend doing after you've got a ton of characters. Now at the end of each island, or the final quest of each island, will put you up against the boss of the island. Now the boss usually has quite a lot of health. As you can see, Madara over here, Amada, has 150k health. I don't know if you can see that, which is a lot for this island. And obviously you have to defeat them 5 times. However, they do give you a ton of coins, so you can just put all your NPCs on it and defeat it somewhat easily. I'd recommend also using this little clicker down here, right? So you click, and as you can see, you deal damage every time you click. Now I recommend getting an auto clicker, and if you're on PC, this is super easy. Just search up auto clicker and download SourceForge auto clicker. Very, very reliable. I use it. And with an auto clicker, you can actually just go on this, and instead of buying the auto clicker Game Pass, which costs, I believe, 69 Robux, you can just do this, and as you can see, it's, free damage, tons of damage, and my DPS went up by about, I believe, 2 times what it is before. So yes, clicking is super, super useful in this game, and it really helps when you're trying to defeat bigger bosses and bigger opponents. After you've completed this island, or when you complete this island, what you're going to want to do is talk to her one last time, and then head over to here, the secret village. Walk up to here, and obviously you need 8k yen, and if you do have it, or if you unlocked it, like me, you can just enter the island, like so. And as you can see, it's a whole nother island for you to go around and do stuff in. Now onto some more complicated mechanics of this game. Alright, you got crafting, and then kind of teleporting between islands, alright? So over here, you can craft items, or you can craft even better, fighters for yourself. Obviously, you need 3 mythicals, depending on the island, and then you need these kind of shards, and then you can craft it. And obviously, if you want to make it a shiny craft, you can do that instead. Obviously, I don't have enough shinies or shards to do this, so, I'm just going to ignore that for now. And before I go, you can get to different islands by stepping on this little plate here, and then teleporting at different islands. You can also respawn, if something is glitched. But let's say I want to go to Bazaar Town, I can just click teleport, and it'll bring me right over into this other island. Now, this is just a final message. As you progress islands, obviously when you open stars, they become more expensive. As you can see, the superstar here is only 80 yen. There's a superstar in Secret Village, I believe, is around 300 yen. So obviously they do increase in price. However, the characters you get from them aren't necessarily better, but they're just higher levels. So, they give you more to a fuse. And yes, it's definitely worth it to get the higher cost star, as you get a higher fuse. It's just, better in general. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. I do hope you found it somewhat helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day, and bye. I guess. See ya.